スポンスの提供でお送りします。
Hello and good day! This is Crusisythe and welcome to my channel. This is not going to be my usual plastic model kit videos. It will be about me talking about either my opinions or random thoughts that are living rent-free inside my head. So everyone, welcome to my first episode of How's Your Day? Temporary title. And today's topic is personal space. First up, as an introvert person, I'm extremely touchy on how people's physical distance to me. If it's family or close friends, I don't mind physical contact. If it's friends or coworkers, at least 1 foot distance. For random people, I want them at least 5 feet distance. Also, I hate getting physical contact with random people. If it's acquaintance, like former classmates, and they're trying to contact you, it's either work-related or they're trying to do business pitch to you, at least 1 kilometer. And last, and also least, the relatives. Especially the ones who always think they are superior, having the audacity to give you unwanted life advices, and calling me not a proper adult because I still don't have a wife and children. The farther, the better. Also go f*** yourselves. Now, according to Google, spatial awareness is the ability to understand your body's position and movement in relation to surrounding objects and space. With that said, I hate people who are unaware or doesn't watch their surroundings. Like example, you are walking in a public area when a person suddenly appears in front of you and also stops, being an obstacle in the way. Mind you, this always happens in narrow walkways, which make things more annoying. In a narrow hallway, I always make sure I am near the wall if ever someone wants to overtake me, because if they are walking fast, they can pass through me because there is enough space. But some people, being inconsiderate, be walking in the middle and slow even. Like I can understand if it's a senior, disabled, or injured. If none of those, at least be considerate to people around you. This situation is more annoying if it's either a couple or family deciding to walk side by side, again in a narrow hallway. This situation happens a lot in the mall, especially the narrow hallway to the washroom. There's a lot of cases that triggers me a lot, like in a situation that I'm either waiting for someone or just passing time in public areas. I pick the most space or the most isolated area to wait on. What I hate is out of all the available spaces, they would decide to pick the spot that is near me. Like what the hell? Or attending a mandatory office party that I couldn't leave, I would pick a good spot where I can see a good view of the stage. Now after just a few minutes, of all the available space to choose, they would have the audacity to go in front of me, completely blocking my view to the stage. Which makes me even more angrier for attending the mandatory office party. The one I know that many can relate is when you go to the restroom to take a leak. When you arrive, the restroom is completely empty, so you can pick any spot that you wanted. Then out of nowhere, someone appears and pick the one closest to you. You got to be kidding me. While I was doing my grocery, I am looking at the stocks on shelves. Then a staff appeared near me and said, "Excuse me." I am like, "Excuse for what?" Apparently, he wanted to go in between me and the shelf. I mean, it's a big aisle. There is a huge space behind me. Why the hell did he choose the small space between me and the shelf out of all the possible route? Yet he really forced himself to go through that small gap. I was so angry that I told him to also gave him the flipping finger. Another moment, I had a travel tour with my office. On my way to the entrance, someone appeared on my left side and walked fast through me. And what's on my left side? A small gap between me and a parked car, while my right side is completely a big space. Like what the hell is that guy thinking? I really want to punch him in the face. And my last story to share, the one that made me angry the most, is when I went to the hospital. The waiting area was empty, so I took a queue number and wait to be called. Then after a few minutes, another patient appeared and also took a number. And again, it's an empty waiting area. That person decided to sit near me. I'm like, what the hell is this guy thinking? Then when my number is called, I went to the receptionist, checked my appointment details if it's all correct, paid the fee and asked to wait to be called by the nurse. So I sat down, and this time I chose the chair near the end of the room. Then when the next person was called and told to wait, he sits literally besides me. I was fuming with anger. I waited for 1 minute to be called, 2 minutes passed and still no call. After 4 minutes I couldn't do it anymore. I stand up and went to the restroom to freshen up. When I returned, I sat to the opposite side of the room, and so he's no longer there. I guess he was called the moment I walk away. Still, that entire experience is so aggravating. Well, there are more stories to tell, But I think that's enough for now. Thank you for watching, and with that said, till next time.